let me record it. Watch the recording as many times as you can. Just do like me. Okay, I watch everything minimum 3 times, minimum. Okay, and the more times you watch it, the more sense it will make to you. It's a fact. Okay, so you can't really. It's a life, I guess. You have to watch those videos as many as possible. Okay, so I recorded it so you can hear it again. What we're going to do today. Today, in fact, formally, it's the last session. I might add one more as a summary or review, but Brenda and Daniel, as you find out already, they're extremely good, and they will help you to prepare for the exam. What I'm going to do today is finish up the billing application. In fact, we really have 2 more buttons. They are the easiest one. And I will do a review of the billing application. Please learn that application by heart and learn in fact, there's another one that we did before that, the to-do application. To-do application is a classical example of using the views, the template, you know, and the routing in the URL. So you have input in the template, you submit it, it gets to the view. In the view, it does whatever it does, put it in the database, and then it pulling data from the database and show it to the user. This is 90% of application real life are done that way. So that's the importance of the first certificate. So first certificate is getting you out of the cloud and getting you a nice structure on which you will build. What do I mean by that? We spend a lot of time talking about template, but not enough. Next semester, it's a lot about template. We will learn another language called JavaScript, which is really making some animations, will expose you a little bit to reporting. We'll show you a library that Brenda is going to lead, and she is already leading. She built a whole application on data from the Uganda Statistics, Bureau of Statistics. She downloaded data, she put them in the database, and she built a nice interface to show you a chart, show you different types, a pie chart, different types. Beautiful. And how do you do that? Mostly in JavaScript. And we will, of course, we never really detach ourselves from the Python, because Python is really the heart of the server, as you already know now. And certificate 3, it's getting you closer to real life. Okay, you'll work on real projects that we have done in the past. And that will make you really kind of, I use the word really because I really mean that. Many people study Python, and Python is like an ocean. And when you, after finishing the whole course, you ask them to do something, they know nothing. No, we want to make sure that when you finish the 3rd certificate, you can build up a web application, okay? You will need maybe help of other colleagues. For example, I use Jeremiah today even to help me to design something to look better. And one of the bigger things we do in Certificate 3, not only to work on a real project, is also how to work as a team. And you can ask the senior students, that's a big part of it. The first 2 sessions, we teach you how you download stuff from GitHub and how you use GitHub, uploading, downloading, so you can work in a team. And why do you have to work in a team? Because no one can know everything. So you must really work with a team. See, Jeremiah is taking the field of design, which is a very important field. But the beauty about Jeremiah is also know Python, he knows JavaScript, he knows Django, and he is also a graphical designer. So Jeremiah is a very important function. Look at Brenda. Brenda knows Django, as you know, Django, JavaScript, and she's also specializing now on accounting, finance, and implementing it. So she's very useful. The same things about Daniel. Daniel is a good architect. He knows so many tricks of how to build up so many beautiful websites. He's expert in using database. And now the beauty here, they're working together and each one helping each other. If you don't get to that level, you'll be okay. But to really be good computer scientist, you should know how to work as a team. After you finish those three, then you can think and look into machine learning. Machine learning is really a higher level, I would say. In the middle, I will talk about business intelligence a little bit. In the series, we're dedicating 3 to 4 sessions that I would encourage you when you get to that point to watch them. And that will really turn you to a nice programmer, which know a hell of a lot that a lot of people would love to hire. I will probably hire you, okay? And that's what we're building Academy City to be. Okay, so let's get going. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to stop me. So let's share my screen with you. And let me open this one and this one. We have it right here. Remember, that's what we did. But last time, those buttons don't really work. I hope they don't work, still don't work. We'll see. Okay, that's it. It doesn't. Should work. Hold a second. Bear with me a second. Yeah, I stopped it probably. You on it? And this one I just kept a copy for we did some other time, but I want to do it as if we don't know anything. It's exactly where we stopped last time. Okay? Last time, if you remember, we stopped in this point. It doesn't like me. Let's see. Let's start from here. Let's start it here. Okay, good. Let's close this one. And what is this one? I'll close this one too. Okay, we have the main one. We're going to billing program. And in the billing program, we have customers and item. And we said they are really a duplicate of each other. Okay? And what do I mean by duplicate? Duplicate means that you know one, you can do the other one. And I'm going to continue in that line. I'm going to click here. I'm going to take this one, copy it again, and open twice. By the way, you can do it. Definitely you can do it. I'm going to open here the items. And you can tell the item screen looks just like the customers. But the customers, I don't have those buttons. We went over this button. We went over this one. But these buttons, we didn't go over there. So I'm going to finish first those 2 buttons. And then I'm going to review the whole things from scratch. And as you know me, I love to repeat myself because I believe by repetition, you understand better. Okay, here we have the items. Let's see if it works. I don't remember even. I think it doesn't. No, it doesn't. See the dealers, update, it's all working. This one does work, as I remember. And we're going to make those ones to work. And at the same time, we'll add those buttons in here. Okay, so let's go back to the items and see why those ones don't work. Okay, let's go to the code. And if you remember, we have 2 templates, one for the items and one for the customers. Okay, now let me close this one. Let's leave the view there. I will leave the view. And this one is from another one, just to save my time. I might use that one as well. But let's look at the list of customers. You see, the list was like we're looping over each customer. We're looping over each customer. We have a button for view. And then those one, we didn't put anything. So we see 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, and it's repeating itself. So no surprise, we're getting this kind of stupid column. 14 all along for each one is repeating itself. That's the loop. And the same thing it does for the delete. So we don't have any buttons, and that's it. Let's look what happened in the items. Some things, that's why I put them next to each other. This is the item, okay? The item, it's very similar structure. This time we're looping over the items for each item in the table. We're looping around. So nicely, we have this button, which we explained last time. We do have the code for a button, but it doesn't function. And why? After all, I see there is a nice button, just like the way it looks like in the view. Something's here, but please notice, I kind of paralyze it. When I click on it, when I put a hash in the middle of the href, it turned the button as useless, as meaning do nothing. On the other hand, when in the view, I do have this kind of a weird, and we explained it lengthily last time, okay? And this does something. And I just repeat myself for what we did last time. This means when somebody click on this button, it would go to the dbillings application, and it will go to the URLs. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. No, not here. Go here. This is my application. I go to these URLs, and inside these URLs, I'm going to look for a link that has a name detail item. Okay. So if I double click here we go. Detail item, detail items. Where it is? Where it is? Where it is? Here it is. And how do I know? By the name. I usually like to put the same name everywhere. Okay. Here I didn't do it. I don't know why. Okay. I really don't know why. But I usually like to put the same name, really. And by the way, it doesn't really matter which name you put here. Okay. But I guess I put it here because here I call it customers or whatever reason. But if you see my code in Academy City, I usually like to put the same name. And then, as I said last time, here I introduce you to a view, which usually I don't use. I use functions. So in any case, this is just for demonstration, but the key point, I go by the name. That's the importance. So when I put in the list here and I put the link, I put the URL of the application and the name of the link. And by the name, I know that I need to go here. If I do now control, I hold the control down, I click on the B, it will take me right to the view. This is called a view, okay? I'm not really asking you to know too much about it. Only two things, that you give him the template you're gonna use, and for this one, we're gonna use the items detail, and which table are you gonna use, okay? By the way, this one, the contents, it means that inside the template, you will use the item. That's all what it means. But the only thing is really just know those two, and that's enough, okay? The third one is just said, inside the template, you can use the item. The item will refer to the specific item that you want to show in that view. I will say it again, don't worry about it if you didn't get it now. It is, when I heard it the first time, I did not understand it. So I'm going to show it several times and then it will make a lot of sense. But for now, remember when I use a view, I will tell him which template I want that view to use. I tell him which table I want that view to use. And third, for that specific item, how do I want to use the name inside the template? And I will say it again in a minute. Okay, so that will be very clear. Okay. Now that we know how it's supposed to be the link, that's what we did last time, okay? That was for the view. But I want to do the same thing for the update. What am I expecting to do in the update? Update's supposed to be a template that allows me to change something and update the data in the database. In fact, this one we already have used. When we used the create last time, the process of create in the button, here we go. In the middle, it stopped in the update. So in the second part of today's session, I'm going to go over the whole things again, and I'll remind you that one again. So let's, as if we never heard about it, let's focus on this one by itself, okay? And we want this update to go to the deep billings, okay? So here we go, and the senior student know me, I always love to copy for myself because I don't remember, I'll be honest. I'm going to change this one here. And after I copy, that means I'm going to go to this application, which is the application we are really using. And I want to see if I already have this function, and I did it for you because I didn't expect you in this level to be able to write it yourself. But I do expect you to understand it, okay? So if I go to the URLs, let's see which one look like, makes sense of update. And in fact, you see there's update customer here, and probably there is one that does for update item. Let's see if I find it, update, update, update. No, I don't see it. Anybody see update? No. Anybody see update item? I don't see it. How come? Maybe I didn't put it. There we go. List, create, detail, no update. And let me see in my other application if I have it. I should have it. If not, we will write it. If I have it, I will just copy it from there. Okay? Item here should be right here. This is the real one. And update, update. No, I don't even have it here either. So we'll write it. No big deal. Okay? We'll write it. I will see how we will write it. Okay? I don't see it here. So we should really have an update, just like I have update customer. And the smart way to do is just copy from yourself. I did it for the customer and I'm missing the one for the item. So here we go. Amos method, copy from yourself. Control V. And by this time, I don't really want update customers. I want update items. So I'm just changing this one to items. Don't worry. Everything's eventually you will be expert, believe me. And then sometimes I'm going to change that one to item. And change this one to item. So far, so good. But definitely it's not going to work. Okay, and we'll see the whole link. No question, it's not going to work. And in a second, we'll see why. But before I come back to this one, this is very important for me that you will realize. In here, I have detailed items. And I definitely cannot use this one. I should really use the same function I just wrote a second ago. That means I want to go here. When I click on that button, I want to go to this link. And then this one, I will do the view, which will do the work for me. But that's crucial. See the link, and that's what I expect you from certificate 1. This is the link I want to go from the click. So I'm going to copy this function and just simply put it right in here. I don't have to be a genius. Like I have details here. This one, I want to go to this function by this name. Do I need to transfer the item primary key? Most likely I do. Why? Because I want to edit a specific item in this template or this function or this view, I should say. Okay? So at least it looks to me fine. I still don't know if I did it right. And honestly, I talk to you like you probably feel that way in the beginning. That's what you should feel. It's confusing. It's so much. But don't worry. So what? You make mistake, you fix it. But at least you know what you're doing on the abstract level, I would say. And in that application, I have that function or a link. And this one, I made sure that I use exactly the name right here. And this one is supposed to take me to this one. I don't know if this one exists yet. And by the way, you see that tiled under that. That means it doesn't know what it is. Here we go. You see, there's a little line. If you have good eyes, it means it doesn't know what it is. And he's right, because I haven't defined it yet. But I did define this one. And to this one, I linked to the items. Just like, let's look at the customers. What happened in the customers? Oh, we will have to do the same things in the customers. We haven't done, but I will keep it. It will be a good review when we implement it. Let's implement for the items first. Okay? Good. Let me go to, I do have the one for the customers. And in fact, I do really should have also for the, let me open the items and then I will open the customers. I do have a copy from others. I don't think I did it in the previous one. No, I don't think I have the items. I only have one as a copy, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let me copy this one, just double check. I wanted to double check that I'm not making any mistakes. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. I do have to transfer the primary key or this one. So this is good. Okay. I just want to double check so I don't mislead you. Let me go back to this one again. I need to transfer the primary key. By the way, I said it last time. And in fact, in this example, you can see in the customer, I don't really have to transfer the primary key because the primary key is the customer number as well. So it doesn't make a difference. I like this way of writing better in this level because this is really telling me it's a primary key, but it doesn't make a difference. As long as you have the name of the primary key or the primary key, it will work. And I need to transfer the primary key. So far, so good. And now let's go to the real stuff. The real stuff is, what do I do with this one? I need to have an update item. Let's say I know that I have update customer. So why don't I go to something that I know exists and see what it's done there and just copy for myself and try to understand what does it do. At least in this level. In the future, you will learn much more. Okay? So here we go. I have update customer. And from the symmetry and the similarity of customer to item, you should be able to guess. Let's say, first of all, if I have an item update here, maybe I did. Okay, I'm surprised I don't have it, but that's okay. It's good. Maybe it's good we don't have it. That's why we'll write it. And please, honestly, I do it so many times in process of learning. I don't have that function. I need a function here to be similar to this one. It's already a function. Instead, I should say view. And pay attention to view, it's a class. But I don't want update customer, I want update item. Because this class, and in a minute, we're gonna change all of those stuff, okay? So it will work. And I want the update item, it's also inheriting from update view, which Django have done for us, good. But definitely, I don't want to use the table customer. I want to use the table item. Okay. Which fields do we want to change? And for that, very simple. Let's go to the model. In the model, let's look at the table called item. Where's the item? Here we go. And which one, you know, this is the primary key. It's going to be filled up by itself. We have really only one field, one column in this table. So this is the only things that I want to be able to change. So I'm just copying the name and go back to my view and just change this one instead of first name and last name. I don't have first name, last name for the item. I already have item name. It will do the magic. Okay, but I need to also give him a template. Definitely it's not update form of customer. It should be really item to be consistent. And I want to go and see if I already have made one. I hope I did. If not, we will make one. Big deal. By the way, we do have customer update. You see that? I don't really see example. By the way, maybe not here. See in the other one if I do have. This is the real one. Yeah. That's the one I copy if I miss one. Do I have an item update here? I don't see that. I have a customer, but I don't see a template for the item. So I'm in Chopper. Not really. What I'm going to do, very simple, I'm going to create one. And how do I create it? Learn my system, my method. I'm lazy, not really lazy as much as I want to do my life easy. By the way, I should already code it. You don't really have to put this one, you will find it automatically. That's why I commented out, but I like to keep it for myself, just in case I forget. The template name suffix is called, it is a kind of a genius to know how to handle the whole things, but you can forget about those too, okay? Let me even delete them. The hell was that? Okay, that might just confuse you. You want to have a template to update the item name. And so far we did good. We gave it a name, we used the table, and we told him the field that I want to be able to change is the item name. But I don't have this one. This is the template that's supposed to render that information, and I don't have one here. But I do have customer, and I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to copy this one. And again, I'm copying for myself again. Paste. And of course, I am not going to call it customers. I'm going to do, yep, it doesn't like me. Why it doesn't like me? Because I'm copying. Hey, it should be nice to me. Let me do copy. And I'm going to do it here. Paste. It should give me a white, yeah, here we go. I didn't do it good. And I'm going to change the name here to item. But definitely the template inside is not in the right way. So I'm going to do, okay, at least I have an item. I'm editing it, whatever it is. I'm getting to item. Anybody? Here we go. Here we go. Exactly like the name here. It's under the billings. Yes, it is. So it's in the right place. But inside is not the right thing. So I'm going to fix it. And it will be so simple. Why is it going to be simple? Because it's going to take a form. Oh, beautiful. It's going to do the work for me. That's the beauty of the form. The truth of the matter, everything is done. The same template should work. The only things I'm going to change here, instead of update customer, I'm going to change it so the title will be item. Again, if you feel lost, you just feel the way I felt the first time I saw it. So don't worry. I'm going to go over it several times and take my word for it. Like our senior students, you will know it too. But see, without being a genius, without really understanding everything, I created the things. One thing is missing. Let me keep it empty. One more thing I should do, otherwise it's not going to work. Anybody want to guess? Anybody? Is there somebody want to guess? I'm going to go here, help you out. Pay attention. I have this line under there, meaning I don't know what it is. Remember, we are in the URLs. And in the URL, I need to be connected to the view, meaning I need to bring this view into here. Otherwise, it's not going to work. See, I have customer view here. Let's see. Where's update customer? You see that? Update customer. It's really when I put it, it's just showing to me here. I need this update item also to show here. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And where is it defined? We already defined it by copying already. I didn't even explain it the way I should. Okay. And let's look at the view again. And there's too many of them. Let me close this one for now. Let me close that for now. And I want to go and see the view. And in the view, we do have update. So I want to bring this one to the URLs. And the way I bring it, I can copy it from here. The easiest, you can even just start typing and you'll see it will be nice to you. Okay? It will be nice to you. You can make a comment here and start typing. Up. See, immediately came up. Update item. Okay? Or is it update view? No, we don't want update view. The update view is something that Django have made. This is the one we created. And by the way, now, if you scroll down, you see that line is disappearing. And by the way, if I click I click on this one and I do control, hold the control key down and click on B, it will take me right to the view we generated. So the link, it's good. Very important, it's so important for certificate 1. That link will go with you forever. You must know that one. If you forget the details here, it's okay. No big deal. You go and look at it, okay? And again, very simple. I have update item, inherit from update view, just like we did for the customer. It does the magic. What does it mean, the magic? I'm telling him which table I want to use. I'm telling him, here I want to use the customer table. Here I want to use the item table. Here I want you to enable me to change the first name and last name. Here I want you to allow me, okay, to change the item name. Here I want to use this template. Here I want to use this template. And the truth of the matter, it's really almost the same. I could have used the same template, by the way. It would work. Because he's smart enough to take this template and use those fields from this table and create it the right way. Same things here. This is why some people like update, view. I don't like them. I like to be explicit, okay? Because when this is a simple application, so no big deal. But when you get to a really sophisticated one, and I will show you many examples of that, okay? In the next semester, and even this one, I will, as I said, I probably will give you another session to wrap up stuff. I'll show you a lot of much more sophisticated examples, and then we'll get totally lost. But for a beginner, it's excellent example, okay? So this one, I'm going to do the magic. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. So after all of that hard work, better work. Is that right? Let's refresh. By the way, if you put the mouse here, you can see in the bottom, it says item hash. It's not doing anything. But if I refresh now, it should do something. Hopefully it will do what I want. I put the mouse, oh, it says something totally different. Everybody sees the bottom left right here. You see now, because I changed the code, and I'm going to say it again and again today, the code changed, and the difference between button to another is that in the end, it's a different item number. It's pretty cool. That's the primary key. Let's click on the first one. New computer. Let's click on it. Oh, nice. It opened the template. What is this template? We didn't really have to do almost anything. It did automatically Django. That's why some people love it. As I said, I don't. I have a good reason because I do really sophisticated stuff. We use Ajax, and it's not enough the Django capability. So I don't use much the views, and I use functions based than views. So let's look at, but this is a good, so at least you know about it. This one, not this one, let me go back to, what is it? This is the items, no, this is the list. What is it? I need the update. Yeah, here we go. So the truth of the matter, this line did the work. Form.sp, it makes the template. It makes this one. This line that doesn't mean anything to you. It created, you know that it's item name, and it put a place you can change that. Okay, so you should be able to change whatever it's written here. Okay, that's really the objective. So I can type whatever I want. Good, and the same things I want to be for the customer, and we will do it. So that will be a good review for you. Let me wrap up. I will start the whole things all over. It's worth the time. We started by the list of items. And the list in the beginning didn't have this one. We had only a hash here. That's what we had. And we saw that this one, when I click on the button, when it's like that, it's not going to do anything. So therefore, we wrote this code in Ginger language, which Django translates to make sure that when somebody clicks on this button, it will take him to this link in this application, and the link is written in the URLs, meaning it is right here. I'm repeating. In fact, I'm doing what I already have done. So that means it's going to take me to here. And when it takes me to here, it means it takes me to this view. Pay attention that you have to use the S view, otherwise it's not going to work. If I do control, I hold in control down, and the B is, this is the view. And how do we make a view for update? We just inherit from update view, which is Django. Django has made it. And how do you know it's Django did it? I didn't mention it before, but I will mention it now. If you go all the way up, you see here, you have from Django views generic .edit import, create, update, and delete. We will see we'll use delete in a second. But this is Django have written that class. We just use it. And we use it and we don't really care how they made it because it works. So we're putting it here, we're inheriting from it, and we're telling him which table to use. We tell him which field we want to be able to change, and we tell him which template to use. When we do all of that, automatically, when I'm in the list here, when somebody click on this one, it will be able to, let me refresh that. When I click on, let me go back. When I click on it, it will take me to this template. And look at the bottom here. That ginger code, that line, not only make sure that when you click, it goes to the right place, is absolutely taking exactly where it's supposed to go. So let me click on this one. It will take me for the first one. If I go back and I go to TV for games, again, when I click on it, it will take me to the right, and I can change this one here. This one is just a button that I already have shown you in the other examples that I can click on it and it will take me back. So I'm not going to review it now. I'll review it in a second. That was this button. And in a second, we'll do it for the customer. So it will be a good review. Let's do the delete, which is so easy. Okay? And you will see how easy it is. Let's go back to the delete. I know nothing. Okay? I have a button. This button doesn't do anything. And as you know me, what I most like to do, copy from himself. So I'm going to go here, copy it. And definitely that's not what I want. I want to delete. I don't want to update. So this is not going to be this one. So to be consistent, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the customers. Let's see how customer doesn't have anything. So let's go back to a code that I used to have. Okay. And what is it? Customer list. I will click on it. And if I scroll down, you'll see already just use the word delete. Okay. Like I have update. I just wanted to be consistent. Okay. So let me take it out. And it's going to be customer delete, which we will do in a minute. I want to do it for the items. So meaning I will use here item, delete item, correct? Okay, but this one is not defined. And do I need to transfer a primary key? Definitely yes, because I'm going to delete a specific item. So I better put this one as well. This one is fine. The button will be delete. From this part, I'm done. Okay, but I'm going to get an error. Why am I not going to get an error? Because it doesn't know what delete item is not defined. And I should go from here to the URLs file and look and see if this one exists there. If not, I have to define it there. So I'm going to the URLs and trying to find if I have delete item. I don't see it, but I do see delete customer. So I'm going to copy for myself again. Trying to be efficient as I can. Copy it to the bottom. But definitely, I don't want to delete. I want to delete item. That's the way I named it. So this one going to be delete item. That's generate the link. This is the name. This is the important element that has to be the same as it is in here. This has to be exactly spelled exactly the same. Capital letter is not like a lowercase. It's case sensitive. Has to be exactly the same. Beautiful. See, I'm kind of repeating myself. Okay, delete customer, definitely not. I want to delete item. Again, here I can, by the way, can call it whatever I want. So let's call it items. By the way, if I misspelled it or whatever, it's not going to make a difference, but try to be consistent. I need to transfer primary key. That's the job of this part. I'm done. Hey, but I have a little lines here, meaning this is not defined. Meaning I need to go to the view like we did with the update. I have delete customer, and I'm going to copy this one and do it the same for the item. So let's do, click on it, do Control B, takes me to the right place. Do I have delete items? No, I don't. You'll see there's no delete items. Just double check. You know, I always like to double check. I'll put delete and see if I have delete item. I don't, is there a delete item? Anybody see delete item? No, I don't see delete item. Delete customer, that's it. No, this is it. So what I'm going to do, just copy it. As you know me, I love to copy for myself. And I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't care about this one. Diff, definitely. Okay. I'm going to put here in the model, okay, well, this is confusing me for a second. For some reason, I don't see here the primary key. No, it will take it automatically, probably, isn't it? Yeah, it will. That's the whole idea. So I'm putting here item. So this is the table. I'm just really doing the same things. Here I call it the delete customer. Here I'm going to call it delete item. Fair enough. And it does the magic. I'm inheriting from delete view, so he knows what to do. All what I need to give him is the table name. I need to transfer for it the primary key, otherwise it will not take it. And the way I'm transferring the primary key is through that list right in here. Fair enough? That's the beauty. Okay? Now, let's go back to the view. And there's one more thing, okay? This one, which we didn't have before. By the way, I will delete this one so you don't get confused. You don't need it. One more thing. It says reverse lazy debilling list customer. So copying means almost do the same things. List item, right? But you already know what is list item, don't you? Let's go back to here. What is list item? Do I have a list item here? Anybody see list customer? Here, I see list customer. Do we see list customer items? We should have items. By the way, I should be careful for the plural. Although here it was spelled singular, I wasn't consistent. I don't like it. Okay, I should be consistent, but I don't want to really mess up the whole code. But this one, it says list items. So I better off when I define the view, that one should say plural, because that's where I want him to go. This means, by the way, reverse lazy is another way to tell him go to the list, and go to the list by telling him go to the billing application, go to the URLs, and take me to the list items. And that's really what he's going to do. When is he going to go there? He's going to go there after is deleting the item. So meaning after delete the item, please go there. Here are the same things. After you delete the customer, I want you to go there. And I'm going to do that one in a second. I didn't do for the customer, I just had the function there. But I didn't really, I deleted the buttons by mistake last time or one before, but I will do them again, okay? So now that I have this link, it's not going to work. We know why it's not going to work, because we didn't define this one in here. Just like we did with the update, we should have delete. So let's go here. I start typing and you will see it will be nice to me. And it does have delete item. Double click. When I put it there, I linked everything. This one should go away. Here we go. Beautiful. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's refresh. And okay, this is refreshed. And let's see which one we want to. Football. I love football, so I'm not going to delete football. Let's delete the mouse. If I click, by the way, look at that. When I put the mouse on the button in the bottom here, you will see that we're getting exactly which one, the primary key at the very end. So let's click on it and see what happens. Oh, it stopped for a second. And what happened really? That shouldn't be. I should have the cancel button here. Should have the, I don't like that. That's not the one that I wanted it to go. It didn't even delete it. So something is not working right. When I click on that one, it should take me to the delete. Let's go back again. Delete item, should take me to delete item. Control B. And why it doesn't like me? Let's see why it doesn't like me. Let me go back to this one, double check my code so we don't have to waste the time. I have this one, I have this one, customer, delete customer. Yeah, everything is just perfect. Let's look at the list. No, this one, the list. Let's look at, we need the confirm. Yeah, we didn't put the confirm delete, and that's the reason. Okay. Let me put it. We need to make we need to make this one. Without already putting it explicitly, you will find it automatically. The same things we should do for the item. So let me go back to that. And let's go back to the items right in here. I go back and here we go. We have confirm delete for customer, but we don't have the same things for the item. So I'm going to take this one and copy it. Go back to here and do a paste. It was looking for it. And here I'm going to do item. Okay. It's a template that is looking in the process. You see now why I had this method, because you can forget things so easily. Okay, hopefully that will work now. And I'm clicking OK. And okay, now let's see, item confirm delete, double click. Let's just make sure we rename that to item. And the rest should work just fine. Are you sure you want to delete the objects? It will transfer as the item, by the way. And I just have the ability to say yes or no. And if it does, it allows me to delete it. So let's see now if it works or not. Fresh. And go and try to delete the mouse. And now, I don't get it. Why not? I have no idea. Why it doesn't like me? Let me refresh it. Let me restart the server. Control. Maybe I need a clone. I'll check in a second. We go back here and refresh and try to delete the mouse. And it doesn't like me. You know what? Let's leave him. Let's do the customer and I'll come back. I'm probably missing. Daniel, anybody see why I'm making a mistake? Daniel, Brenda, can you spot my mistake? I should get this one. Is that right? And I'm not getting it. See why I had this one? Okay. The billings, items. It goes, that's if I succeed. I have the model, which is good. Here I have the model and it should work as well. But, and as I said before, this one, let me put that one back. It's like this one. It should say customer confirm. And this one, let me just put item. It should be items. I think this should be plural, but, and I should have customer confirm delete. So this one we already have done. So that is good. So why it doesn't like me? Anybody have an idea? Liam? What is the
Can you
Liam?
try checking the template for?
What
Can you
is,
try checking the template for deleting the item?
one more time?
Check the template for
This
the
template?
delete item.
The template for this one. Let's look at that. Item confirm delete. Item, are you sure you want to delete? Yes. That's supposed to give me a warning. And that's it, will take it back. I don't know. Looks fine to me. But that's very strange. Let's check this one as you said. Maybe I made a mistake here. Hold a second. This is customer confirm. And then I have item confirm, the same. And that's correct. And I have, that's the only things I should really have. It's the confirmation. But it's not really opening the right.
What about the URL?
Which one? Let's look at
The
the URL
URL.
he's giving me. The URL here. Maybe you're right. Let's see. This one should, it says delete item. This one says delete customer, right? Where's the delete customer? Here we go. Everything is the same. I did everything is correct. Did everything is correct. In the future, I will show you how you do it with the function, and the function will be elegant and easy. You don't get really those errors. I had that method. That's one of the reasons I had this method. But it seems to me fine. I don't really know what's the problem.
No.
Anyone? What do you say? Anybody has an idea?
Okay. Hello.
You should say, are you sure? But it doesn't really open this one. I don't know why. I'm missing something here. Very simple things, probably. Getting blind for a second. By the way, we have a delete item. Let's go to delete item. That's perfect. And we have the delete going to the right place. And we have the item.
Excuse me, Dr. Amos.
Yes.
I believe I saw something. I don't know if it's really what is blocking, but when you check on the web browser, the title wasn't really showing the delete. It wasn't showing delete, but it was showing a view instead. It was showing something else.
Correct. This one, it's a view. It's not a function. It's a class.
Okay, okay.
That's why. And I said I don't really like it. And in fact, I will even show you how you do it with a function instead of using a view. Okay? We can do everything with a function. A function is completed and then you don't have any errors. And the truth of the matter, in real life, we don't use either one of those. We will use Ajax. And in Ajax, we'll do it's totally different. You will see it's really nice and elegant because the confirmation you will use JavaScript for and the deletion you do with Python. Okay? But there I just trying to make it work. And it used to work. I destroyed it myself and now I'm getting a blind. Let me double check the views here. The views is just the same. Am I right? Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm not wrong on the views. The views is okay. And how about the template? Confirm. I have the lowercase. That's fine. The whole thing is lowercase. Same things, exactly the same. It should be just beside this one, which doesn't make any difference. I have no idea why it doesn't work. Should I leave it to you guys as an exercise? Definitely I will look it up.
Maybe the problem is with the link.
Say again?
The link leading to the delete page.
You think the link to here? Meaning you're talking about this one? Seems like it's going to this one. It looks okay. Let's do, you know what we should do? How about we do like right here, number 5, just for fun. And Go back to the item list. And since we know it goes by this one, we change this one also to number 5. And let's see if the link, this already should take me to the right link now. The right. Let's close this one, go billings, go to the items, and let's try to delete the mouse. Okay, click on it, and I don't know, it takes me to a wrong place.
Okay. Excuse me.
I want to make a guess. I had this kind of an error some other time. Let me do something else. I hope it's not the reason. Let me close the whole place. Let me open a new browser, a different browser, Microsoft browser. Let's see, maybe that's the reason. Let's open another browser, bingo. And I'm going to log in. And the login is, let's log in as admin. And that one should be SQL1 PASS. Hopefully this is the right one. Yes, it is. And let me go to billings. Let me go to items. And let's see now if it works. Okay. Go to the mouse, click on it. Nope, that's not the reason. You can go back, but that's not even the template that I'm looking for. Am I right? Liam, am I right? This is not the template I'm looking for. You see that? The billings, delete items, number 5. According to this one should take me to, that one should take me to, see, here we go with the primary key, should really take me to here. And it doesn't. I have no idea, no clue. Let's do the customers. Maybe we'll spot it as we do the customers. Okay, I try to do the customers. And if it doesn't work, then we resume next time and we'll fix it. So we're going to do those two together. So we're going to delete those two, go to the items list, copy those two, go to customers and put them right there. But again, I'm going to change this one to be update customer instead of item. And I'm leaving update. I'm done here. Here I have delete, and I want to delete. I remove the 5, and I will change that one to customer. That should work. This is used to work. I will fix it. Okay. And by the way, this shouldn't be an item. This should be customer. Is that right? Just like this one. Should be customer. Okay. Fair enough. Good. So let's see if it works. By the way, those ones are already defined. I didn't delete them. If you go here, you will see that we already have a function, delete customer, update customer. So those ones are already done. Okay, if I do Control B, it's really the one that we copied from. Let's see if it works, really. Go back to here. And 1, 2, 10, 5 there, billings. I'm going to customers. And let's see the update first. Let's update. Where's Amos? Shield. Let's update Shield. Click on it. It works. It gives me an update. So let's say Shield. I misspelled it intentionally. Shield. So this one is working. Update. Beautiful. And takes me to the right place. Bingo, works perfect. You see, Shield is updated and it's correct. Let's delete Gabriel Baran. Let's click on the delete. Click on it. And it does work. I don't know. Honestly, I have no clue why. But we'll look it up now that we know it works. And it's really one-to-one, so we're probably missing some little things. Confirm, and it's gone. Okay, so let's see if anybody can spot it. We should spot it because it's the same idea, isn't it? Correct. Then Leo, we just remove that 5 because we know that's not the reason. So we're going to move that 5. And I tell you more than that, do it so it would be easy for our eyes. Take the delete items, put it right under. It doesn't matter really where you put it. Put it right here so we know that we are very consistent. Is there any difference between those two, guys? Anybody see a difference? Here it says delete items. This is delete customers, primary keys. Okay. Here it says delete customer. Here it says delete item. Everything is the same things. I just want to make sure that in the list, I'll remove the 5. Okay. Okay, good. So if I look at the URLs, okay, those two are exactly the same. Let's talk about the update. By the way, you can spend half a day for no reason. You're missing some little things and it will drive you crazy. So I recommend usually, I will give it a few more minutes. If not, we'll give it a break because we're getting blind. I have update items. In fact, this really doesn't care. Same structure, you can tell. Everything is the same. Here it just says item, update item. Here it says update customers. Here it says update item. Here it says update customer. Exact copy. Moreover, we import the stuff. Here we have update item and delete item. Here we have update customer and delete customer. As far as this file, it seems to me exact copy. Both of them look to me the same. Let's see what we missed up. What did we miss up? Let's go to the view. And we did put already one next to each other. The update, we have a model customer, we have a model item. We have fields, item. Maybe I need to put a comma here. I don't think so. It's not a tuple. In a list, I can have one item. In a tuple, you cannot. You have to put a comma. I don't think that's the reason, but let's leave it for now. But we have a customer, we have an item, we both inheriting from the same stuff. And here we have item update form. And we'll look, maybe here I screwed up something. We'll take a look at it. And this is exactly the same. So let's check the item update. Let's go to the item update. Item update. Anybody see item update? What is the name of it? Item update form. Here we go. Same spelling, yes. Double click. And I don't see anything here that we didn't. We changed that one, which is okay. Container, form, it takes the form. We have the button, cancel, or it should have a cancel or update. That's really what we should see in this one. And then it takes me back if I click on that one. I see this is fine. It's just a copy from the other one. So this one shouldn't be the reason. What about the delete? That was the update. How about the delete? Let's look at it again. Delete customer, delete item, model, customer, item, and here we have list items and list customer. Okay, so we have a list customer. Anybody see list customer here? List customer, list customer, list. Or is list a customer or customer list? I don't see it. Anybody see list customer? I have customers list. Oh, hold a second. What is this one, list customer? This customer, it's the name. It's not the template itself, meaning I need to go here and look what is list customer. List customer, do we have list? Yeah, we do. But that's fine. It's going to go to here, which we want it to go to. And the other one, we want it to go to list items or list item. Let's see what the name we gave it. And we go back to the URL. Let's say we have list item. Anybody see list item? List items. Okay. So that should take care of it. By the way, just to double check ourselves, this one is being called from, if you have a good eye, when I go to the billings, okay, this one is being called from here. So if I go to the template, the same link supposed to be right there. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, let's see if I'm right. So let's go into the template of the base here. I think it should be right here. This is the main. This is it. Nope. It's the app tools. I have main home. Now this is going to here. Anybody can help? Where it should be, guys? What do you say? Maybe it's in the index. Probably in the index. Here we go. So by the way, you see it's a plural. Okay. If I really want to do it consistent, let's remove that S from here, or keep that S there. But then I will have to add that here. They're not consistent. I don't really like it. So let me change this one to list item, like list customer. Okay. And now it's not going to work unless I will change it. And where am I supposed to change it? I'm supposed to really change it right in here. It should be list item. And by the way, this should be lowercase, I think. Was it a lowercase? I think it was a lowercase. List, no, this is it's a capital I. So I better keep this one to be capital, otherwise it's not going to work. And now this is okay. Now I can go into the right in the, where is the delete one? Customer, or was I? Confirm delete. Nope, not in here. It's in the view. And here we have to make sure it's items. So I remove the S, so it should be that one. Now it's really the same. Everything is exactly the same. Let's start one over. So that's it. Okay, let's go to billings. I got an error, it doesn't like me. Reverse for items not found. This is not a valid view function of patrons. Why is that? Anybody can guess? There's probably another place. I know if I do it, that's what will happen. But let's fix it. Let's go here, and it will take me to the right place, by the way. Okay, it should take me to where the error is, because I changed from singular to plural. That's a common thing that might happen to you. So I'm going to go here, and it doesn't like inside the index. It tells me I have an error. So let's go and check that index again. And that's one. That's for billing. So let's go to here. And it doesn't like this one for some reason. And maybe in here, I do have a billings. Let's see if the base have the billings. And Control F. Item. Yeah, here we go. No, doesn't have. So where is the error? Liam, anybody? Daniel? Anybody see the error? There should be a place that I missed the item. Is that right? Are you with me, guys? Hello? Can't hear anybody. Brenda, with us? Anybody can guess where the error might be? Here we go. Right in here. It tells me that here I have an error. And the error, it's in the index. That's what it says. So how would I solve an error like that? It's really annoying and scary even. How would I go about it? Okay, let's go to the index for a second. So here is the index. Agree? And he says you have an error here. So I tell you what, just to make sure it is worked, I'm going to remove the whole things just for fun. Go back to here, refresh, and let's see if I get an error. No, I'm not getting an error, but I'm not getting those two either. You see that? So at least I'm making progress in solving. Control Z. Okay. I don't think the error is in the customer. So let's delete this one only. Okay, this is really in the toolbar. We'll delete it and refresh again. Fresh works. So the customer is okay. So we have a problem with this guy. This guy is making a problem. Is that right? This is the problem. So he's trying to go to the biddings and going to here. I have a feeling I changed it in the wrong place. Just a feeling that I have. So this is the place I should have made the change. And using that underscore, I probably screwed up. Yeah, you see, I didn't do the change in the right place. Sorry about it. But I'm glad it happened to us. Meaning, don't be afraid. Okay? So let's click here on the items. And that's fine. Let's make sure the rest is fine. Create customer, update customer, delete customer, customer, update customer, update items, delete customer, delete item. Let's see what happened now. See, maybe we're lucky. First of all, let's see that's fixed. Yep, it did. Let's go to the items. Let's cross our finger. Let's delete the mouse again. Click on it, and it does work. Wow, magic. Confirm, and it's gone. Okay, what the moral of the story? Okay, let me just open it. Please turn on your camera if you may. I appreciate it. You saw we went around and around and around and around to, okay, and you ask yourself, I've seen it twice now, and this is a process that you will go over in the beginning, and this one, it's a classical when you start building. And I'm glad we did have those errors. And I'm glad that you have opportunity to look at those videos. And by making mistakes and errors, you know how to fix them. And honestly, I didn't explain too much about the view, if you noticed. I just told you that the magic, that's what Django does. And a lot of things in this industry, it will work just like that. And eventually you saw, we fixed it. Consistency, it's a very important to find errors. Sometimes, by the way, the reason I changed a browser, because I had an error, it was an error of the browser yesterday, in fact. I spent an hour. I wasted an hour for nothing. Okay, but that's part of the game. As better, the more you do, the more you learn, the more you can fix stuff. So here we go, we have an application that actually works. Since it took a long time, and I'm glad it did, in fact, we'll have another extra session next week. Okay, and the exam will postpone by 1 week, because I do want to have you go over this video, and now we want to go the whole application from the beginning to the end next week. And I don't think we should push it to there. We already spent an hour and 20 minutes, and I think it's more than enough. Is that right, Liam?
Yes.
Where's Darlene? I haven't seen Darlene today. Yeah, I did, in fact. Hi, Darlene. Laura, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good, good. You will see over time, it will get easier and easier, okay? So we will conclude the session today. Brenda and Daniel will go over it one more time with you next week. And on next Wednesday, I will do the whole application billings from scratch, okay? And that will be a good summary of the course. Thank you, guys. Anyone have any questions? I know it was a little confusing a little bit today, but that's part of the process. Question? Megan, how are you doing?
Well, doing good.
Good. Keep doing it over and over. Liam, you doing good?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Guys, I'm encouraging you to look at the series we're making. Okay, we already uploaded 8 videos. Even if you don't understand them, just see what comes. Okay, and at least for you, Miriam and Laura, I will strongly advise to watch that video. For the rest, it might be a little too much because it has accounting as well. But for you, Laura and Miriam, I think that series could be a very good one. At least for the first 5 videos. Video 6 and 7 would be hard. In fact, you won't be able to understand it because it's JavaScript and you don't have that knowledge. But after the next semester, you definitely will have that knowledge. Okay, anyway, have a good one. Thank you, guys. I will upload the video and send you the link. Okay? Thank you, guys. See you next week.